Hi everyone. For the next 15 or so minutes, we are going to be talking about ways for you to get client feedback and some of the most popular places online to do that and where you guys can share them. We're moving.
Sorry, thanks.
It's okay.
Yeah, back in.
So stay tuned, take some notes. Some of these social media platforms we're going to talk about, you may have, you may not have. Some might be worth getting after you look at this. And a lot of this stuff is free. We'll talk about some paid options as well, but in general, start collecting testimonials. Huge for your business, huge in terms of somebody finding you online and making some decisions, because really, and this has been going on forever now with realtors, and it's a bit tricky because people think, well, what if I get a hater? What if my what if my ex-girlfriend finds that somebody can rate me and she gives me 1 out of 5 stars and I can't change it, or this deal went bad but the buyer was crazy and now I'm stuck with. But in general, nobody does anything anymore without looking for reviews. When is the last time you bought a couch, or you went to a shoe store, or a hotel, or a vacation that you're planning, or you're buying a car? We just had to get a wet inspection on a fireplace. Everybody's making decisions based off of reviews. And there's some good, there's some bad, and there's some ugly. But in general, a couple bad reviews won't hurt and are definitely not worth being scared of collecting all of the great reviews that you probably can.
Well, and I just want to say, like, social proof, when other people see it, and even if they were going to use you, anyway, 67% of people use the first realtor they meet. When you see those reviews, it gives you confidence. But I'm also going to say, I want to share 2 really quick things. Number one, if someone says, they don't know you from the hole in the wall or anything else. They don't know who you are. They get a referral from their friend to use you, but they also kind of know somebody else. They might do a quick little online research on you. And if you have those Google reviews or Facebook or other reviews or testimonials on your website, whatever you're doing, they're great because people look and say, oh, God, this person, other people had a good success, social proof. The other thing I want to share a quick story on is, number one, you don't do enough transactions to get a bunch of bad reviews. And just what I mean by that is it's like 1 in 1,000 products or customers that it takes to actually have someone leave a review for you. So unless you're proactive about it and ask for it, it's not going to happen just on its own.
Yeah.
I'll give you one quick example. There was a realtor at another company who posted up on Facebook, it's probably about a week and a half ago, where someone went on her website, had to register for properties, didn't like it, went over to her Facebook page and gave her a 1 star. And she only had like 5 reviews on there. So that 1 star took her from like a 5.0 or a 4.9 to like a 4 out of 5. And she just literally, she replied to the guy and he says, no, she's like, I've never even used you. Like, what do you, like, can I help you with something? And he's like, nope, that's it. I had to register, so I'm giving you 1 star. Well, she can't actually change that. In her call out on Facebook, she immediately had like 15 to 20 of her other friends come in and start giving her 5-star reviews to help boost her back up again. It was incredible how her community rallied behind her to help drive that out. And that is outstanding. And you can even see the response that her chain. So someone that saw the 1-star review can look and be like, this guy's just an a-hole.
Well, it also makes it look like the reviews are legit a little bit too, right? Like the occasional bad review just makes it, these are real, and that's okay, and not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay too. But let's start getting into this because we have a lot to talk about.
And I have to apologize because I'm going to be jumping around with different information here between my screens.
And we also have to apologize because we're showing examples of people that we didn't ask their permission for.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but you're online.
But now we're but you're probably.
So there you go. So
that's how we feel. That's how we feel.
You're public. Okay, first one, Facebook business pages. We are using Erin O'Meara.
Mrs. Claus herself. The future Mrs. Claus. Her husband Santa. That's who we spoke about earlier. Yeah, so Erin has always done a really great job with social media. We had her on. We should have her on again. But we had her on, I think, a year ago talking about how she used Facebook for business.
Totally.
Gets a ton of business from Facebook specifically and does a really great job with her Facebook reviews. So this is her Erin O'Meara Calgary Realtor Facebook page. You'll notice that she has 19 reviews on here, and they're awesome.
Yeah, all 5 stars, which is obviously the sort of the gold standard here. Even if you don't get all 5 stars, that's okay. Like that's totally fine because you just want to get more. One of the things that's neat here is it looks like April 30th was her last review, which is totally fine. Doesn't mean she didn't do any transactions. All it means is that probably in April, it looks like she did a call out to her clients to get a bunch of reviews. So April 19th, April 17th. Which I love because now you have all these reviews and they
have
live
content.
forever.
Absolutely.
And they live forever. So you need a Facebook business page to set this up.
You need a Facebook business page to get reviews, absolutely. There are some people who prefer to just use their personal page on Facebook, which is also totally fine.
You just can't click a review button.
You just can't click a review button, but there are a lot of other places that you can collect reviews if you do choose to run your business without a Facebook business page. So we'll give you some examples for however it is you're running. Yeah. So yeah, business page, collect testimonials, and then let me just, if you don't mind, can I take over for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
So just to kind of show you guys how, so if we were to go to our Sierra Realty page,
just a second, the beauty
we're just
of live
letting this
demo.
open up. Yeah, the beauty of live demos. Okay, so you'll notice that we've done the same thing here using our Facebook. And we did the exact same thing a little bit, so recently and then a few months ago, we sent out a request on our agent Facebook page saying, hey guys, if you have a minute, would you mind going and rating CIR? You can do, just give us a number, or if you would be willing to write a little bit of your experience, that would be great too. So please do that if you can. It's easy. You can go to recents, you can go to star ratings and see what happened. But please do that because a lot of the public will go to CIR's Facebook page to see, just in general how we do, which really means how you do. So adding to this review is also in your best interest as well. And we've done the same thing. You'll notice we also have just some clients who have come on and just rated their realtor on it in general, which is something if you wanted to do too, ask, if you have a great friend that you've worked with to say, would you mind also posting a review about my services on CIR's page? We're happy to do that. That's a little bit of extra promotion for you guys too, if the public ever comes and looks on CIR's page.
And we have a 1-star review on there. And I look at it and it was just like, so someone is upset with somebody else and stuff, and that happens. We're going to hear about it, but it's like you just keep going with the positive stuff, and we're not going to delete it. We're just going to keep it on there and go from there. So you guys,
that's okay.
It's great to have that stuff. So awesome. All right. So Facebook, how do you ask for it? Just a call out on Facebook to your people. You can send someone in a private message.
Yeah.
You can ask them in an email to go to your Facebook business page. Whatever you do.
Make sure you share the link to your business page. And one note too for anybody collecting reviews. There's a lot of newer realtors or realtors who may have not done a transaction recently and you're wondering, well, I don't have that many clients to ask. Character references and reviews like that are a great way to start too. If you have a previous job or you have a volunteer job and someone writes in being like, I've worked with somebody in this capacity, they're a pleasure to work with, they're detail-oriented, they're responsive, great person. Testimonials like that are also really important and matter. So don't feel like unless you're doing 20 deals a year, you don't have people to ask.
Awesome. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, which is Mike Starr. So Mike Starr has his Google listing set up, which is very simple. We'll show you that in a second here. But Mike has a page, obviously his website and such, but when you Google Mike Starr Calgary, and I'll just zoom in a bit more so you guys can see this. So just Google Mike Starr Calgary, and on the right-hand side here, you can see immediately comes up his his Google reviews. So you can go down the side here and see that he has 9 Google reviews, and you can click on it and see those, and has a little bit more information about his listings, and then goes down and looks at the reviews, and you can go view all Google reviews, which pulls up the options here, and his clients can go on and write a review immediately.
Which is and that Google reviews are my favorite for that, but you do need to have a Google listing set up. Like I said, Lindsay will show you how to do that. But the nice thing about having a Google business listing is if you don't have that, this nice, beautiful thing on the right-hand side doesn't show up. And this takes so much visual presence that it's great for you to have that. And it's the only place where you don't actually have to go into a different platform to write a review. It's literally that easy. And anybody can do it that quickly, which I love.
Exactly. And then they ask you to post up to, I think, 30 words or 300 characters or something. But it's great. It's an outstanding way to get that. And again, this can just be where you ask somebody, hey, search me on Google and give me a review.
Yeah.
Or link to your review page or whatever you do. But the nice thing about Google is that it comes up first, and Google really is the internet.
Google is the internet.
They control the results. Everyone's starting their searches there. So if your profile is coming up, that's great. Maybe a client will give you one on Facebook. Maybe they'll give you one on Google. You don't need to say, hey, can you rate me in 5 different places? You can have it where, given the circumstances, 1 month you might do a call out for Facebook reviews. The next month you might do a call out for Google reviews. And you can do anything in addition to, just do the top one there.
Yeah, and could we get back on the screen share? Thank you. So if anybody wants to list your business on Google, it's easy to do. You can do it inexpensively for free. I don't want to click on the ad because then we pay for it. I can also just click this. I'm very aware of trying to not pay-per-click if we don't have to.
Well, Google pays for it. They own it.
Well, it doesn't matter. I always try and click organic search results when I can. So here it is, Google My Business, attract new customers with your free Google listing. Click Start Now. So if anybody wants to see what I did, I just Googled Google Business Listing were my keywords. It'll take you 5 minutes to set this up, and then you can start collecting reviews and put a bit of a profile for your business on Google as well.
Absolutely. And again, it doesn't matter where people post up. And don't forget that anybody that has an interaction with you can leave you a review. It doesn't necessarily, it could be your mortgage broker, it could be anybody else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a client. So if you're not doing that many transactions, ask for a review in different business locations.
Absolutely, great.
Okay.
And if you have any questions about this, Google has a ton of how-to videos for this. So that is your best place to go to ask questions if you're having trouble setting this up.
Next, we are going to go to Rank My Agent. And I'm just going to do a search for it really quick here. And we're going to show you an example of a fantastic Rank My Agent profile. As soon as it comes up. Oh.
Are we not connected to the internet?
Give us 1 second as we get this settled up here.
So I'm just going to chat while you do that. So Rank My Agent, and we're also going to talk about, I think we're going to mention Real Satisfied.
Yep.
So those are paid services that you guys can use that are really savvy, that have beautiful display pages, which we'll show you in a second, but also make it really easy for you to send out templates and surveys for your clients. And it's not, I think it's pretty affordable. Do you know, it's like, I want to say $20 or $30 a month. Is that? I haven't looked I haven't looked at their prices in a really long time. But it's a great thing to do. You can do it individually. It does hook up. You can do it with your website, with some other realtor sites, which is great. And we're going to use Gord Piper as an example because he's been doing this for a long time and has a beautiful, beautiful testimonial page.
So, Jordan, do you mind taking up? So perfect. So Rank My Agent. The other thing that's cool about this too is that there isn't 1 million agents on this. So we've even had people our realtors get leads out of this because people go to Rank My Agent and have a look. So this is rankmyagent.com. You can see some information about recently reviewed people. And then I'm going to show you Gord Piper's page here. Thank you, Gord, for letting us use your page, even though we didn't ask. But you can see at the end of the transaction, he'll send out this link. People will have you can write on his profile, everything else, and then you can use these reviews wherever you want. And these reviews, actually, you can link it to your Realtor.ca profile, which I'm going to show you in the next section.
And that's great.
Yeah, because then people can be on Realtor.ca and actually see you. They might not see your Rank My Agent page, but you're good to go. And then links to his website, and he has his reviews on his website as well. So
yeah, so. Can we go to Gord's website for just 1 second?
Sure. Oh, no, that's to email him. I'm sorry. Hold on.
We don't have to. That's okay. If it's a lot of work, we don't have to. The thing that I liked about what Gord did is that he took snippets of all of his testimonials and made a really beautiful testimonial page on his website. But then right above it, it had a link to read more. You're going to go.
Wow,
it's good. It's good.
You ask, I deliver.
Thank you. And his team member, Brent, also has his testimonials on there as well. And it's a nice way to divide up between the two. So if you go to About, and then go down to Testimonials. And what's cool about the way that this is done is you can tell that Gord and Brent have decided to pick some different testimonials that they featured. But if you look at the link above it where it says, see Gord's reviews here, and you were to click on that, this to me is really good social proof, because this is where Gord didn't just copy paste his testimonials.
Totally.
Which is really nice too. So it's not just self-selected one. This is a legit, untampered place online where people are getting reviews. So just a cool system.
And all you have to do is send an email out to people asking in a link to rate you on that place. Now, I just want to show you this website, which is another alternative option, realsatisfied.com. And it's another partner that works with Realtor.ca. So when we get here, awesome. So this is Real Satisfied. You can see options for agents. Another place that you can get and ask for reviews. So Rank My Agent, Real Satisfied are both two great options. Perfect. All right.
Okay, so currently within CIR, we do have a link that you guys can use to collect client testimonial through us that we send back to you. It's on the virtual office. So if we can just get this on the screen, Jordan. Thank you. So in the marketing section under personal branding resources, there's a link called Collect Client Testimonials. So what this is that we use and we'll show you how to use it as well, but we have an account to SurveyMonkey. So this email here, so it has some instructions. You'll copy paste this link. Here's a little bit of a template, send it out. And once one of your clients clicks this, it takes them to a survey that they will fill out about you. We receive the survey results. This isn't something that we look at, that we do anything with. It's just nice. It's a bit of a third-party way to collect testimonials. And then I believe it's once a week. We have one of our administrators go in, and she collects any of the new surveys and sends the content to you guys directly. So this is a nice, easy way without you having to do much on your own. Copy, paste that, put an email, send it out, and then weekly, if there are any responses to the surveys, we'll send them to you directly.
And there's also this value here where this is coming not from
you.
Not from, but it's coming from CIR. It looks like a CIR thing. So so it's not coming from you exactly. And now it's like this third party asking for a testimonial on the realtor, which is great. And we actually don't monitor these results in terms of, we're not using for accountability purposes on you. We're using this for, you guys can use it for marketing. And at the very bottom here, just really quickly, it says this: may we use your name and comments for marketing purposes? The vast majority say yes. And now you can use that anywhere, anywhere. You can publish it up. So-and-so says this. And when you do that, don't say like R.J, like R.J says this. Use the person's full name.
They give you permission. That's legit.
Even better if you could put like Beddington, Calgary, Alberta is even better. Never use their address, obviously. But the more specific you can get, the more justifiable and real the testimonial looks.
If you guys would like to create your own surveys and do it yourself, you can also have a SurveyMonkey account. We use SurveyMonkey all the time. All those surveys that we send you about the company, how things are going. We have an onboarding program where we send emails every few months to people new to the company just to see how's it going, how we can help people. So anybody who's seen that, that's SurveyMonkey. So we do have an account. It's inexpensive if you want a full account, but you can also have a free account, and the free account lets you create surveys of up to 10 questions, which is plenty to collect testimonials. So that's something that you guys can consider doing as well. Yeah. One thing that I always thought would be nice for SurveyMonkey is we have that, this is sidetracking, but we have that questionnaire in our listing presentation on things somebody loves about their home. But if you had a SurveyMonkey account, you could create a really cool pre-listing questionnaire, and you could send that to somebody, and then I always thought they could fill that in on their own really easily online.
Totally. But it's
SurveyMonkey's cool.
It doesn't have to be. You could even have someone, hey, could you send me a testimonial via email or something? But it takes time to write these things. I'll just give you one more strategy, which I don't always recommend, but in certain cases, if you have like higher powered business people or people that are just super busy on the day-to-day, we've even seen people take this strategy where they say, hey, would you be willing to give a testimonial? Or if I write a testimonial, would you be willing to verify it and say, yes, you can go ahead and do that? Like use that for my information. And then for busier people, I've also had it where we've written out like a paragraph and just said, hey, this is based on the experience. They say, yeah, go ahead and use that, put my name to it. and then we've been able to post that up with their permission. So I've seen it done with a lot of different organizations. So
okay.
Yes. But obviously you got to get permission from everybody. But this is what's really nice about Facebook and Google. You can't hack it. Like, you can't change it.
And sometimes somebody just clicking a button for how many stars, it takes a second,
So
and
easy.
most people are willing to help. And that's really easy to do, which is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope that gave you some ideas. Most of you probably are using one of these. So if nothing else, maybe just put a little bit more effort into it and send out a call to action to your Facebook people and say, hey, if anybody wants to give me a rating or a character reference, that would be super helpful to my business, and most people are willing to help. So that would be a good first takeaway for many of you. So we'll leave it at that, and then we will be right back, and Lindsay's going to give everybody a demo on some of his favorite tips and tricks on Realtor.ca.
Perfect.